Hi, Joy Olson, Blockbuster Fundraising. Hey, there's no time for a summertime slump, right? We're into 2019, 6 months now. So let's take some time to review where we are and make sure that we're on the right track and add a few good resources that will help us stay on track or evaluate where we are. Okay, first things first, Winspire had this wonderful infographic that you'll be seeing from time to time pop up here, and we were really impressed with their trends and what they were predicting for 2019, and so let's review those right now to make sure that we're on track and getting ahead of those trends for 2019. Okay, first things first. They said in this infographic that monthly donations were totally on the rise in 2018. For instance, M&R Strategic Benchmarks reported a 40% more monthly subscription-based donations compared to 2017. That's huge, and they totally expect this trend to continue strongly in 2019. So how's your monthly giving? Are you concentrating on your monthly giving program? Well, why are subscription-based donations so important? Monthly donations bring significantly higher retention rates and improved cash flow. So as shown in the infographic, though monthly gifts start off smaller than one-time gifts, regular donors end up giving more over the course of a year. The financial commitment is more manageable when distributed per month, and these supporters are more likely to be passionate about your cause and want to stay connected with updates and your special campaigns. So let's hear it for monthly giving. Let's talk now about donations by email because they're bigger than ever. How's your email program? Email has long been the most efficient and cost-effective method to reach your entire donor base. We know that. And one tip here, segmenting your donor base list can boost your revenue from donations by email over 7-fold. Wow! So what is donor email segmentation? Well, email segmentation means breaking your entire database into smaller subgroups or categories based on relevant criteria, then tailoring the message to those specific segments. The idea behind donor segmentation is that donors are more likely to open and act upon your email if they're interested in its contents. Makes total sense, doesn't it? So one example to split your database is this into 4 segments. How about this? 1, new donors at or below the average gift amount. 2nd, returning donors at or below the average gift amount. 3rd, new donors above the average gift amount. And 4thly, returning donors above the average gift amount. So this will give you some idea, and you can read more about donor segmentation that will maximize your fundraising efforts online. Okay, another trend, increase in video engagement. Say, have you noticed that most of your Facebook feed is full of videos these days? And there's a reason the platform has shied away from promoting text posts and links to articles. And that's because the combination of visual and audio content allows the average viewer to remember an estimated 95% of a message when watched versus only remembering 10% when it's simply text. So this may certainly explain why video messages are shared 12 times more often than text and your still images. So sharing your story by video is proving to be one of the most powerful ways to make a connection, especially with new donors. So if you haven't already, invest in the creation of a polished summary video that tells the story of your nonprofit and your cause. And Winspire reminds us that when it comes to video, remember, brevity is king. A video lasting 30 seconds or less will be more effective and engaging on your homepage than a video that takes its time getting to the point. Okay, so that is from Winspire predicting the trends for 2019. It's time to check in mid-year and make sure that you are taking advantage of trends that are showing up. So now let's look at some other mid-year resources that can really help you take advantage of the last 6 months of 2019. These are nonprofit resources for your mid-year check-in. They are what NP Engage calls a Smart Fundraisers Summer Reading Checklist. And you know how we all love to catch up on our reading in the summer. So this is your time, and here are some really good ideas. Some organizations are already gearing up for the end of the year asks and setting up holiday campaign fundraising goals. While maybe you think this seems a little early to start thinking about this, it is the perfect time to benchmark where the year has taken you so far. Are you on course to reach those optimistic January goals and resolutions? Okay. Well, NP Engage has put together a list comprised of tools, research, fundraising ideas, and other reading material to give you insight into how the sector as a whole is doing and what your strategic focus should be going forward now in the rest of 2019. So I think that you will take advantage of these resources. They're going to give you inspiration to go out and create and do great things. Okay, so NP Engage says check out Giving USA. And they say if you didn't know Giving USA was out, they're going to assume that you have avoided all websites and social media, because the annual publication offers really significant, valuable insight into charitable giving across the USA. So for over 60 years, fundraisers, nonprofit leaders, donors, volunteers, scholars, and other individuals who work in or with the charitable sector have counted on Giving USA to provide the most comprehensive charitable giving data available. No other source provides the context for annual giving like Giving USA. So go in and look at that report and utilize the findings and make sure that you're taking advantage of those findings in your last 6 months if you haven't already done so. Okay, so here is second thing you can look over and some good reading is the Charitable Giving Report quiz. Now, Blackbaud Institute for Philanthropic releases their charitable giving report at the beginning of the year. So maybe you've already read this report, but a few months later, do you remember everything that was in the report? So this is a perfect time to revisit it when you need to repivot or reevaluate your strategy. Is everything working? So take advantage of this. Take the quiz to see for yourself. A Philanthropist's Guide to the Future. This is something else, another resource for avoiding a summer slump and also staying on target to reevaluate your year. Philanthropy is changing, and this report, and it's presented by the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation, it offers insight into why social impact professionals work, how they work, and what will enhance their work. along with information and data about what it means to be an active donor. Okay, next you want to review and read the Black Bod Index. The Black Bod Index provides great fundraising ideas and resources that bring you the most up-to-date information on charitable giving today. So compare your fundraising performance against that overall index. Now let's talk about strategic planning, because we talked a lot about it at the beginning of the year. Well, 10 steps for a mid-year fundraising checkup. Have you revisited your fundraising budget? When's the last time you reviewed your plans or asked for feedback from your team? You want to use this checklist to check in. Good resource. Take advantage of it. A gift range chart. How are you doing with that? Utilizing a gift range chart is a great way to have created focused and goal-oriented campaigns. Think about how you can add this to your end-of-the-year strategy. It's really important. Or even prepare for 2020. Okay, next resource, a fundraising scorecard. How well is your fundraising program performing? Gail Perry has a very insightful blog post and scorecard, and this will give you a realistic measurement into the organization and productivity of your programs. So you want to do that. Take that quiz. Organizational culture. NP experts say building a culture of philanthropy. Fundraising is critical to the success of your mission. Does your entire organization treat it this way? Well, in the newest NP Experts ebook, 10 of the brightest minds from across the nonprofit sector share their unique perspectives to help you create a culture of philanthropy. You'll want to get it and look it over. Peruse that for sure. Okay, how about this resource? 4 signs you are a burned out nonprofit fundraiser. Well, even if you have a vacation on the horizon, make sure that you're not burned out. The surprising link between employee and donor retention. How about this? It can be difficult, really difficult, for a fundraiser to develop a relationship with donors when their average tenure, when you're only going to be around 18 to 20 months. So it's imperative that employees are healthy and happy at your organization to grow the success of your organization. I just saw a brand new blog, I think it's from the Agitator, talking about how major gift officers are just leaving the fold in such a short time frame. So don't get burned out. Stay the course. Stay inspired. Get excited. Okay, here's another resource. 7 ways to prove that your charity can be trusted. Make sure that your organization looks trustworthy to your prospective donors and volunteers. Now, fundraising programs. How about this resource? 4 metrics to measure the success of your major gift program. Well, it's not enough to simply measure dollars raised by major gifts. In this post that we're talking about, this resource, is from GuideStar, and GuideStar's blog goes over some metrics that you should also be measuring to ensure true success of your major gift program. Another resource, Sustainers in Focus Part 2. How focused is your organization on monthly or sustained giving programs? There are 6 best practices uncovered in Sustainers in Focus Part 2, and they can help jumpstart a monthly giving program or take your current processes to the next level. And NP Engage also suggests reading, of course, Sustainers in Focus Part 1, because that will certainly remind yourself of the bottom line that sustained giving works. Okay, how about this next resource? Do you need some quick donor retention advice? Well, if you do, don't we all, read Erica Wasdorp's 4 Ways to Improve Donor Retention and Recruit Stainers, that particular blog post. It's wonderful. Nonprofit marketing, how about technical SEO glossary? Do you want to increase the amount of visitors to your nonprofit website? Well, there's an article from NTEN that provides the search engine optimization terms that you need to know. That's a good one. That's a good resource. Well, how about this resource? Content strategy and copywriting for social impact. This piece covers everything you need to know about copywriting for the web and how to keep people on your site. And here's another great resource: using social media to build supporter relationships. Very good, from Boulder Strategies. And I think Action Sprout, Vision Strategies, and Beth Cantor in this particular resource, see what they had to say about demonstrating social love to your most ardent supporters. Well, there's a lot more good ideas from MP Engage. They listed some emails that they love, and I read over some of them. I'll put that, share that link with you. 10 nonprofit Twitter accounts that are doing it right. I can share that link. But there are all kinds of really great summertime ideas that will keep you from going into a summertime slump and really get you going again with excitement and inspiration. And remember that we really care about how you stay inspired here. Don't go into a slump. Get inspired, stay excited, and lots more inspiration at blockbusterfundraising.com, joyolsongroup.com. Hundreds of free fundraising video on our YouTube Blockbuster fundraising channel, and we're having a lot of fun too with our IGTV on Instagram. So there you go. All kinds of great ideas for mid-year checkup, keeping you from getting into a summer slump, a great reading list. So take it away. Of course, take time to have a great summer too. Wishing you all the very best, and thanks for having been here today. Bye-bye.